Welcome to the I Am CiCi Beacon Talk Radio Show. I Am Beacon Edition. We'll go into our I Am session on the topic of leadership and stress management, as well as I am back in this seat to go over different things as a beacon, and my journey as a beacon has been a long one. It has sometimes been great, sometimes I don't know if I can make it, and then there's times where I feel like I'm on top of the world. But in leadership training and management, you learn one thing: a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way, and sometimes even when you don't know how. So I wanted to lead into what leaders do. They enjoy the privileges of wealth and power and prestige, but also must bear the burden of responsibilities that followers can never understand. And this is coming from the works of the Illuminations, Wisdom from this Planet's Greatest Minds, Volume 1. In this Illuminations, I really expounded upon it because at one point in time, when I was an initial beacon in the beginning, I didn't know my atom from my a-hole. I didn't quite understand what it meant to follow the light, fear not. I kind of was just going my way about it, and I just was like, okay, maybe if I do this will work. If I do this, that'll work. And, I found that my life was in a series of hardship prior to this. And when I decided to go link into a level of Illuminatium, I am, and becoming a beacon, my journey has been ups and downs. It's been beautiful more than it has been a dumpster fire level of, oh my God, why did I even think about doing this? It's been more or less, I'm more enlightened, more infused. I feel a lot better day by day. At one point in time, I didn't know if I was going or coming. And this is what I meant by leaders. They have to bear a burden of responsibilities that followers can never understand. In order to be a leader, you cannot be a follower. You have to remember, lions don't rest their mindset or their thoughts or their illuminated light on the opinions of sheep. So in that, the leader has no one to follow, no one to which say to go, and what path to avoid. They must forge ahead with certainty, calculating every possible outcome to ensure the safety of those who walk behind them. I like to tend to say that some people walk beside me instead of behind me, because it's not all about I. It's a team effort when it comes to I am abundance mindset, unity, advancement, abundance for everybody. And, millions of lives rest in a leader's hands. But the big question here is, as a beacon, are you prepared to lead at some time, or when things are hard and others look to you for direction? Are you certain you will point them in the right direction? In that, by the time that most of us get to the end point of our journey, we'll know whether or not we're made for leadership and management, or if we're just made to be a general level of a light worker, light seeker, and things like that, and helping other beacons who come along to follow the light and fear not. So I wanted to get into what IMCC coaching does, and just to let you beacons know, if you're needing guidance and coaching outside of just the IM framework and whatnot, I also put and infuse I am abundance mindset, unity mindset, and everything else in abundance and advancement and the paradigms of light within my coaching. So when we talk about IMCC, what does IMCC do? I am a certified life coach. I'm also a business manager, HR manager as well. I also do executive and corporate coaching. Human resources is my background. I also want to let you guys know that I also coach CEOs, executives, managers, and professionals who would like a coach. And most with the beacons is that sometimes it takes a mentor, but I would suggest, if you're going to do in the I am abundance, unity, advanced mindset, make sure it's an elder, someone who is way above where I'm at, someone who's at that level who can lead you in the direction that you need to, until one day I hope to become a leader, in the sense that I get appointed to doing something like that. But as of right now, I'm okay with my journey, and my journey is in a place of healing, getting past my hardship, and still staying at illuminated light. And that is something that's easier said than done. So that's why I wanted to go over what IMCC does, and separate from I am and whatnot. But the thing is, I keep the I am abundance mindset in my coachings and my teachings. So if you would like to be coached, or if you'd like to have someone to talk to, or go through your journey together with you, I don't mind battle buddying with you guys. So with that being said, I also look at, companies look to launch a coaching initiative, and that's what I'm here for. Outside of companies, I do strategic planning, process reengineering, and creating a compelling level of a version of launching teams, and also with I am beacons. My main thing is it's not all about I, it's about all of you. And then on top of that, when you come see me, I want you to be able to have mentorship and, a little bit of understanding that being I am doesn't mean you're perfect. You get to the better version of yourself, your more illuminated version of yourself, your more light infused version of yourself, and finding a way to become more abundant in that and going to a point of change and fearing not. Remember, somebody's always watching out for you. So, with that being said, if you're a small business person, entrepreneur, or owner or manager of a small company, small to mid-sized business, come see me. Um, Generally, people who run a business from their home might need that as well. So that's what I'm here for outside of I am, to just do work with you guys and build you guys in those levels of journeys and things like that. But when it comes down to hardship, leadership, and management, what is a leader? A leader is someone who deals with stress as well. So we're going to get into a teaching about stress after we talk about the different things in personal life coaching and what it is to do an I am abundance mindset with the paradigms of light. I'd like for you guys to always pick up the Testament and then also the Illuminations. Those are two works from I Am itself, and that's mutually exclusive in I Am Illuminatium. And I want to make sure that's clear and abundantly clear that Illuminatium is the first testament of the Illuminati, and I absolutely adore the Illuminati. It's one of the things that helped save me from myself and my hardship in life that was prior to joining to I Am. So in that, I had learned to become a personal coach, a life coach in the middle of all of that, and finishing up my first college degree. And just like I read in the Testament and also the Illuminations, is that you have wealth is knowledge and knowledge is wealth. So at the end of the day, you have to remember all of that comes with getting a wealth of knowledge and enlightening yourself. So part of that is picking up the Illuminati and First Testament of the Illuminati. And then on top of that, Illuminations, wisdom from this planet's greatest minds. And really, the book is great. It's incredible. And when you think of it, what a man or woman should look for, what is and what not, for what he thinks he or she should be. And that's by Albert Einstein. Every person must approach a science and belief of an open mind and a willingness to be proven wrong. And when we think of this, we think of our hardships, we think of our life, we think of our journey as a beacon. And, it can get stressful. So that's where I'm offering for personal life coaching, life planning, life vision enhancement, extreme levels of self-care, learning how to spiritually awaken, enlighten yourself, and build your chakras and things like that. And begin to look at the I am affirmations as something you put into your daily things to do, as long as you understand that the main purpose is for you to look at your illuminations every day. Log on to the Illuminatium and .am website and Illuminatium First Testament of Illuminati to pick that up. Take those things into perspective as your primary source, and then as you branch out in your journey, you'll figure out what works for you. I figured out what works for me is my I am abundance mindset is infused into my business, my practice, and things like that. And with that, you think about relationships, even if you're couples, families, or if you're married, not married, or divorcing, or health and fitness, creativity, financial freedom, and then in a level of organization of your life, your journey has to be I am abundance infused, and you have to have a willingness to change. And that's part of it, because I will tell you guys, at first I was like, I don't think I could do this. I don't even think this was the right thing for me to do. It turned out to be one of the best things I could have ever done for myself, and also, to learn how to do career transition. And those are college teens, students. I have different websites and things like that. You can go to teamworld.online for children, young adults, and whatnot, and as well as adolescents. And I want people to understand that it's a transition in life. And, when we think about people in career and transition, we talk about big career changes, identity, and things like that. And we talk about considering people are struggling out here. It is COVID right now. Then on top of that, we're thinking about how we need to be able to follow the light, fear not, and we have to deal with times of uncertainty. And with the time of uncertainty, what does it yield? Stress. So we're going to go into a whole level of changing expectations of people and values and issues of loyalty and security in a time of insecurity. And remember, specific elevation requires criteria of I am abundance mindset, Illuminatium, First Testament of Illuminati, and also illumination. So pick those things up, and also they are bought and sold on Amazon as well. So I'm hoping that you guys understand that it's important to, as a beacon, to learn where you're going to be at in life, and also remember life has its natural functions. And so I really want you guys to really get into following the light, fearing not, and remember someone's always watching out for you and you're always protected. So, as a beacon, I had to learn that too and trust the process. So we're going to learn how to trust the process, but you're also going to learn about how stress can affect you. And with that being said, we have to learn how to problem solve as a beacon and whatnot. And part of problem solving is that before you define a problem, you've got to feel that, sometimes it's a vague and confusing thing to deal with. And you have to define what the problem is. Where does your problem occur? And if your problem is actually going through your journey, then remember, take it one day at a time. Remember, it's not going to be easy in your journey to become the best version of yourself. So you have to remember, what is the cause of your problem. If it's considerably your own behavior or as well as external factors, you have to think about factors and non-factors, and you have to think about things that are poisonous to your mental health, emotional health, and wellness. So I always suggest, even in your journey, always see an elder or someone who's a mentor at a higher level who can help guide you and get you to a level of understanding of where you're supposed to be at, where you can be as a illuminated, abundant, advanced light, or a pillar of light, or what I call a paradigm of light, or what I say as a light seeker or light worker. So when you think about that, you have to think about defining your problem, be as clear and comprehensive as possible. And if there's many parts to your problem, then outline them and then begin to start thinking about developing multiple solutions. Part of your solution is to pick up your Illuminati and First Testament of the Illuminati. And then on top of it, the other thing is to also make sure you go and pick up your illuminations, wisdom from this planet's greatest minds. And when we think about all these different things, we think about accessing your solutions and choosing one. And then on top of that, your strengths and weaknesses. And remember, if you do anything at all, remember to follow the light and fear not. Trust your process, even if you make mistakes and things like that. And I want you guys to understand that the way to rehabilitate yourself mentally, emotionally, is sometimes to stop, look, and listen and read. And knowledge is everything. So once you gain the ability to realize that your illuminations, your First Testament, is everything, just like the Torah, just like levels and depths of the Bible, just like the Quran, the Kabbalah. All different bodies of works have a level of loose understanding and together but separate. So with that, you need to understand that it's written the same way, the same golden rules that are there out there in the Bible, First Testament, King James Version, and the Old Testament, and things like that. Just like your Testament here allows you to understand life in a different level of enlightenment. So I'm hoping that you guys understand what it means with that. And then when you do and think that you're having a hard time, think about your strengths and weaknesses in each solution you have, and ask yourself these questions. Is this short-term or long-term solution to my problems or my journey? Or is this how likely I'm going to follow through with the solution or my journey? Or how will this solution affect other people and my journey, or the solutions and management that I need to do to get to where I need to implement my solutions of how I'm going to take on this journey as a beacon, and then further out as you become an elder or potential of leadership and management in your lifetime, no matter if it's with Illuminati or not. And just as long as you understand that, you'll have a good balance and understanding. So you have to remember implementing your solutions. You have to ensure that you follow through with your solutions, and it's best to think about how and when it will be done, and executing that level of precision and understanding of abundance, unity, advancement, while you're also trying to make adequate changes for your life. So when we think about that, can it be scheduled? Can you implement your solution now, or is it later? Be specific. How will you remember to follow through your solution? Everything is repetition. And if you think about repetition, you have to think about everything that you do is set forth on the day prior. So remember, every day pick up your illuminations. Make sure you pick up your testament. Make sure if you are unclear on something, ask an elder, ask a mentor, or somebody like that. And then think about your response to something. How you know when you can use your solution, and then specific warning signs, triggers, and other specific events that might tip you off or make you feel some type of way about trying to do that. And then what are your effective levels of reviewing what you're doing as a beacon, and then remembering as you're going in your journey that it's not going to be a perfect journey, but as long as you improve yourself, that's all I am is asking for. That's all the Illuminati is asking for, is become more infused in your inner light that you're already born with, and become a better light and have a better frequency as to who you are and who I am. And by the time it's all said and done, you'll know who I am by the time it's all at the end of the road of your journey. And by the time you're into your life cycle, you'll know exactly who I am. So sometimes you will be, I am this person, then, now, and then later. So you're going to see different versions of yourself as you become a light seeker, light worker, or a leader or a manager or something like that. And if you don't want to be in leadership and management, there's a level of understanding. Being a light worker means everything, because just like this, no leader in this world is somebody without a bunch of people who support him or her and their levels and depths of their journey and where they're going and what they're appointed to do. So never feel like you're lower than anybody else. We're all on different levels, and we're all playing with a different level field of where we're supposed to be at. So that's it goes as an I am abundance mindset, illuminated mindset, unified mindset, advanced mindset. And then the epic level is to change. Change to be the better version of yourself. Don't worry about anybody else, worry about yourself. And then move forward as you go further in life and elevate. Then you'll be able to go and mentor and see other people through their levels and whatnot. Because in the beginning, I could tell you right now, I didn't know what I was going to do, how I was going to do it, and how and why. So it's not easy. It's something that we all learn and something that we have to get seasoned into doing. And still, I'm learning my way as well. So I want you guys to know that. And then you have to ask yourself, is your solution effective, non-effective, and things like that, or is it causing you levels of stress? So we're going to go into recognizing stress and then finding a way to get out of that mode of being stressed out and things like that, because life will do it to us. COVID has given us variables we didn't know what to do. And then on top of that, outside of COVID, we're talking about mental health, and mental health is important as a beacon to preserve it and make sure that you're mentally healthy and shaped up for a level of elevation, enlightenment, and then to walk in your light. And like I said, Illuminations helps every day to pick up and read or go onto the Illuminati website and be able to look at that, because Illuminations is also on there free to look at, but you may want to also get a book to look at when you're offline to sometimes remind yourself exactly what you're there for. And then physically, emotionally, behaviorally, find ways for you to experience levels of offboarding from stress or unnecessary stress, physical, emotional, or behaviorally. And then on top of that, find beacons that you align with, that you really like, and that are really in that I am abundance mindset and make you feel good as a beacon and help you move to the next steps and whatnot in your change and your journey. And then make sure that your stress doesn't affect you and becomes more troublesome than it is worth, than what it's worth. Then also outline the things that might be stressing you out, causing you not to behaviorally be the best beacon that you could possibly be, physically or emotionally. Make sure you understand that, and then go into a level of understanding of where you're at and where you want to be with all of that. And then remember, stress happens. Life happens to us. And with Illuminati and Illuminati's levels of elders, they don't expect you to be perfect in the beginning. They know that there's a growth process. They know that it is a process. Everybody who's been a leader at some point in time made the same mistakes, or if not worse. But the thing is, we can be our own worst critic when we're also going through our journey. So with that being said, I want us to understand our fight or flight response can be responsible for that. It can cause us a level of increased heart rate, racing thoughts, difficulty in concentrating in our journey. And then also it can cause us dizziness, lightheadedness, butterflies in the stomach, and then on top of that, levels of sweating, intense muscles and things like that. But we need to remember our emotional well-being is more important than anything in our journey and whatnot. And remember, you want to save yourself the embarrassment of becoming too far wrapped deep off into it to where you're not doing anything right. So at that point, remember, just take it one day at a time as a beacon. That's my best advice to any beacon. I've been there. I've been where I sweated over certain things, and then I had to escape from being a level of wanting to be too perfect and realize it's just all about making the journey enlightenment. And then on top of that, after reading the Testament twice and whatnot, the first Testament of the Illuminati and whatnot, and the Illuminations, and getting and finding a way every day to go and look at I am affirmations as a way for me to build myself up mentally. And I've done this repetitively for the last 2 and 3 years. So now I'm finally feeling a lot better in my journey, and I want to share this with you all. And then on top of that, the positive steps to well-being is to be able to be kind to yourself, exercise regularly, take up a hobby, or learn a new skill and have some fun or be creative, help others. And what I mean by help others, it means that you need to get involved in your community projects, charity work, or work simply help out someone you may know, or even if it's a stranger or something like that. Get to the point that I am abundance mindset is about being a better version of yourself, and the better version of yourself is being kind to yourself and helping others as well. And then learning how to relax, eat healthy, balance sleep, and connect with others who are like minds and whatnot. And those that are not, don't try to push it onto them. Let them understand that Illuminatium is a choice. If you decide to join, then that's great. If you don't, then that's great. But those that decide to join, you'll realize their journey is going to be something incredible. And by the time it's at the end of the road, you'll be able to look back at the beginning of your beaconhood to where you become more of a light worker and light seeker in the sense of seeking out others who have the same illuminated light as you do. You'll begin to be more aligned with people who are more of that I am abundance mindset, unified advancement for everybody. And then on top of that, the main thing is abundance of unity and advancement and the enlightenment and the levels of change that can happen for you. So I wanted to make sure that we connect with others and be aware of not poisoning your temple. And then also on top of that, see the bigger picture. It's all about a level of understanding you and getting to the better version of yourself. And then accepting it is as it is in your illuminated light, your abundance mindset, your unified advancement that you're trying to get to. But remember, it takes one day at a time. So that's pretty much it with the IMCC Beacon Talk radio session. So thank you for attending, and you guys have a nice day.